Hello and welcome to Energy Insights. In today's briefing, we examine three important developments that are currently shaping the global energy market: the strategic significance of the Port of Fujairah, the suspension of the LNG production by the QatarEnergy following military attacks, and the growing uncertainty surrounding Europe's natural gas demand and amid tensions involving Iran. These developments highlight how geopolitical instability in the Middle East can rapidly affect the global energy supply chains, influencing both the oil and the gas markets across the globe. So, starting from the Fujairah, which is a critical oil hub in the Gulf, let's us begin with the port of Fujairah, which has become one of the most strategically important energy hubs in the global oil trade. Situated on the eastern coast of the United Arab Emirates, along the Gulf of Oman, Fujairah holds a significant geographical advantage. Unlike many other major oil export terminals in the region, it lies outside the Strait of Hormuz, which is a narrow and highly sensitive shipping route through which substantial portion of the world's oil exports normally pass. The Strait of Hormuz is widely considered one of the most critical choke points in the global energy system. Any disruption or threat to the shipping in this corridor immediately raises concern in the international energy markets. Fujairah provides an alternative outlet for the crude oil and the petroleum products. The United Arab Emirates has invested heavily in the infrastructure that connect the inland oil fields directly to the port through a dedicated pipeline system. This allows the oil exports to reach the international markets without passing through the Strait of Hormuz. In addition to its role in the crude export, Fujairah has developed into one of the world's leading oil storage and marine bunkering centers. Large oil storage terminals located at the port allow energy companies and the traders to store the crude oil and the refined products before distribution. Meanwhile, the bunkering facilities supply fuel to thousands of ships traveling through the regional and the international maritime routes. Because of these capabilities, Fujairah play an increasingly important role in maintaining the stability in the global oil supply chains, particularly during the periods of geopolitical tension in the Gulf region. Similarly, under the second segment, we are looking the Qatar LNG production disruption. The second major development concerns Qatar, a key pillar of the global LNG market. According to industry reports, the QatarEnergy recently suspended energy production after military attacks affected critical energy facilities. The incidents raised a serious safety and operational concerns, forcing authorities to halt production temporarily at certain sites. The development is significant because Qatar is among the world's largest LNG exporters and supplies energy to the major markets across Asia and Europe. LNG plays a crucial role in the global energy system, particularly for countries that lack sufficient domestic gas production. Any interruption in the supply from a major exporter like Qatar can immediately tighten the global LNG market. Following reports of the production halt, energy market reacted quickly. Gas prices experienced upward pressure as the traders and the importing countries assessed the potential impact of reduced LNG supply in the market. The situation also highlights a broader concern: energy infrastructure is geopolitically sensitive region remains vulnerable to security risks. When disruptions occur in such regions, the effects are often felt far beyond the immediate area, influencing the global energy prices and supply expectation. Similarly, the last segment of today's episode is the Europe gas demand facing new uncertainty. The third issue concerns the outlook for the natural gas demand in Europe. In recent years, Europe has undergone a major shift in its energy supply strategy. After the disruption of the Russian pipeline gas supplies following the Russian-Ukraine war, European countries significantly increased their reliance on the LNG imports to secure alternative energy sources. Since then, Europe has worked to diversify its gas supply by importing LNG from multiple exporters, including US, Qatar, and other global suppliers. Before the latest Middle Eastern tensions, Europe gas demand had begun to recover gradually. Industrial production was slowly improving, and the energy prices had stabilized compared with the extreme volatility seen during the earlier phase of the energy crisis. However, the recent disruptions in the Middle East are now raising new concern for the Europe. If the LNG supply from the major exporters becomes uncertain and the global prices rise sharply, European industries could once again face a higher energy costs. This could slow down the recovery in the gas demand, particularly in energy intensive sectors like chemicals manufacturing and the heavy industry. At this stage, analysts remain divided among themselves about the long term implications. Some believe the current situation may only cause a temporary slowdown in demand recovery. Others suggest that prolonged geopolitical instability could reshape the global LNG trade patterns and alter how energy markets operate in the coming year. Taken together, these three developments illustrate the deep interconnection between the geopolitics and the global energy markets. The growing strategic importance of the Fujairah reflects the need for secure and diversified export routes in times of uncertainty. Similarly, the disruption to Qatar LNG production demonstrates how quickly supply shocks can affect the global gas markets. And Europe's uncertain demand outlook highlights how energy consuming regions remain vulnerable to developments occurring thousands of kilometers away. As tension in the Middle East continue to evolve, the global oil and the gas markets are likely to remain sensitive to geopolitical developments and potential supply disruptions. And that's today's update from the Energy Insights. If you found this analysis useful, do not forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update on the global energy developments. Thank you for watching Energy Insights. For more analysis and updates on the global energy markets, stay connected with the Energy Insights.